Hi everyone. For this Lab 7, we're going to be looking at the state of immigrant children in the U.S. using American Community Survey population layers on ArcGIS Online. So you'll be utilizing ArcGIS and ACS, which is American Community Surveys. And what I really want to focus on in this lab is just give you an understanding how you can access this information online, how wonderful it is to have all this stuff at your fingertips to work with in a very user-friendly way on ArcGIS Online. So you'll be making a map based on several layers you will choose for yourself, and then you will analyze this map, look at these maps, come up with some understanding of what's happening in America with immigrant children, answer a few questions on the lab, and then submit your report. So let's go ahead and get started. Basically, what you want to do is browse for the information that you want. The Living Atlas ArcGIS.com link is on your report sheet, Lab 7 report. You can log in right from there or just type it in. Go to Browse. And then what you'll need to do is limit the content type to just layers. And it's probably a good idea to check off Esri only content and authoritative only content. See, this information has been all curated. By doing that, you're assuring yourself that you're getting high quality data. Whereas if you were just to look for layers on your own, you don't know what you get. You could be getting any information from anyone, anywhere. So at this point, what you want to do is go to People, and let's click on Population. And it will present a whole bunch of layers here for you to check out and look at that might be related to, or should be related to, the issue at hand, which is immigrant children. So you can look through these on your own. Once let's say you decide on a layer, here's one that might be useful here. You can take a look at these layers in more detail. There's all kinds of information here. If you click this button on the bottom right with the arrow, it allows you to share the data. The star allows you to select it as a favorite in case you want to come back to this at some point. And then the ellipse allows you to actually go ahead and open up ArcGIS Online from here. So if you do that, you may have to log in. I'm already logged in, so it did it automatically. It will start a map and place this layer here. And then you can take a look at the layer. One of the things I like to do is just zoom in and out, see what kind of geographic units there are. In this case, there's 3, state, county, and tract. That's where you'll find most often with ACS data. And then you can go to a place you're familiar with. Let's say I'll go to this neck of the woods and click on a county or a census tract, depending how much you're zoomed in. And it will give you some information that you can then use to find out about the subject. And you can do comparisons. You can compare different parts of the country, different parts of the state. You can take this information and you can copy and paste it and use it for your lab report, and so on. You might want to add more layers. I'd like to see you work with multiple layers here. So the way to do that, you can go back to your Living Atlas and look for a layer here. You can type in keywords, and that sometimes will bring you directly to layers that are really useful, like this one, let's say. Now, if I want to add this layer to my map, if I simply go here and open a map viewer, it will work, but it will open up a brand new map. And I really want to add this to the map I already have working, which is this one here. So I can add it right here as well. All you need to do is just have the title. So I'm going to copy this, go to my map, add the layer, make sure you're in Living Atlas up here. In the search window, just paste that in. And then you can add that layer here. And actually what gives you even more layers that are related to it. So let's go ahead and add it. Now we can go back to look at our layers. And so we have 2. We can keep doing this until we come up with the multiple layers. I would like to see you use about 3 to 5 layers here. So you can either search it here in the Living Atlas website, or you can go ahead and search it from Browse Layers right in the map. Make sure that you select Living Atlas and type in your keywords here. Either way is fine, whatever works better for you. I would like you to really check out this site though, because I think it is kind of handy. And sometimes you can find things better here than you can just by searching on the map itself. I tend to use the map mostly, but occasionally I will go here when I can't find exactly what I'm looking for. So when you take a look at your worksheet for this lab, it'll go through and describe and give you the links that you need. There's a video here you can check out. It's a brief overview of the American Community Survey and its importance in demographic research, particularly looking at data relevant to immigrant children. You don't have to watch this video from beginning to end. In fact, I think I started 5 minutes into it. Check out the parts that may be useful to you, what you don't know. You may already be relatively familiar with this, so you don't really need to watch the whole thing. My video tutorial here is meant to help you with some of this information, how to get to it, and how to figure out how to use the different tools. Then the meat of the lab report is going to be you looking at your analyses. So you'll have your layers that you picked out, and you'll talk about them and you'll reference them as you talk about them, so I can look to see what you're referring to spatially. And then you want to compare regions with high and low concentrations of immigrant children. You will be identifying regions, and it's up to you. You can look within Massachusetts or within the state or the whole country. Focus in on an area that has a low percentage or low concentration of immigrant children. Focus in on an area that has a high concentration. Then take a look at those areas for their economic and cultural and social characteristics, and see if you see any patterns and talk about it. This is really an exploration, this lab, of how you can use these spatial tools to begin to really dig into some of the landscape associated with immigration. And then see if you can answer these questions. What are the common challenges faced by immigrant children in different regions? How do social economic factors affect the quality of life and opportunities available to immigrant children? And what potential policies could local governments implement to support these children? I talk about this a little bit in my lecture. The book talks about it a little bit as well, and you're certainly welcome to look for outside information on these topics. In total, the lab report should be about 2 pages, and it will reference your map. So you can link your ArcGIS Online map so I can take a look at it. Make sure you link that right on the report. Or if you'd like, you can go ahead and embed the maps right into your report, making it longer. You basically would take images of the maps and then paste them into your document, whatever word processor you're using. Either way is fine with me. You'll be assessed on the accuracy of your data, the kind of maps that you use, primarily in this case, the layers that you've chosen, and how you've laid them out. What geographic spatial layer of analysis you're using, whether it's census tracts or counties or states. And I want you to make sure that you zoom in to the map. So in the map itself, if you're working with counties, then in Massachusetts, then you want to show me the map in this configuration. I don't want to see this. If you're working in Massachusetts and I see that, that's not as helpful. I want you to zoom in and be in the place that you're at for all the maps that you're working with. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to answer questions, and I hope you enjoy the lab. Take care.